Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disqualified. So, we did not cover SmackDown as its own separate episode. We're going to condense it into this, just give you a little bit of a spark note. Before we kick off everything, you may have noticed there's no man in this area anymore. He is off doing his own stuff on YouTube. We're going to link his channel down below. Gordon is now Vulgar Nonsense, doing zombies-related content.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So, just want to wish him the best.
Yep. But who are we?
We are Disqualified, Caleb and Trevin.
Yeah.
Zach behind the camera as always.
Hello.
So, before we get into Saturday night's main event, let's rewind it 24 hours to Friday night.
Yup. So, highlights of this episode, there are two big ones. The first one is some Rumble declarees, mainly from the women's. We had a little vignette package of Charlotte Flair declaring herself from the Rumble, and a in-ring promo of Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Naomi declaring themselves for the Rumble.
Yep. And then that led to a 6-woman tag match between Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Liv Morgan.
Yep.
Fuck. Liv Morgan. And on the opposite side was Rhea Ripley and the women's tag team champions of Naomi and Bianca Belair.
Yep. And Liv roll-up pinned Bianca.
And the only other thing of note that happened on SmackDown
Were some trades.
were some trades. So, Damian Priest and The Miz are now a part of SmackDown.
Yep.
A-Town Down Under is now a part of Raw.
Yup.
And that means the Terror Twins are split up.
Yep.
Everyone on the internet is crying about it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it is the perfect time to separate these two and let them go do their own
And
things.
Damien's already thriving in SmackDown storylines. Like, he had a conversation with Cody.
He just had a match with Carmelo.
Yup.
Jimmy faced Kevin Owens that night. It was
Yup.
pretty damn good.
It was a real good match. And how it happened was basically Jimmy just
He
interrupting one of
walked out. He
Kev.
said, "You talk too damn much," and then did he double under? Was it
He smacked
double
it.
leg?
He smacked him first and then double leg takedown.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yes.
Kevin was interacting with Matthew McConaughey, which I did not know was a fan of wrestling, so that's cool. But that was pretty much all of note. We saw Miz interact with Andrade. Andrade went and did his thing. Oh, there is a tag title match for Royal Rumble.
Yep.
That was set this night. It is a 2 out of 3 falls match between DIY, your champions, versus Motor City Machine Guns,
Yup.
which is the first time they have been defended on pay-per-view since WrestleMania.
Yup.
Almost a year. Yay! Do better for your tag division, Triple H. But now we move on to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Saturday night's main event, per usual. We do not predict it, which means you might have to hold on to this title for a week at best.
Yes.
I'm coming for it.
Yes. Expect the prediction video out soon.
You predicting too? Oh!
Ooh, you joining the prediction pools.
I am.
All right, bet. Okay.
I'm
Look.
probably losing.
Yes. Looking to become potentially
Third place.
Yeah, but potentially a double champ as well, since we have not yet retired the Chop Championship.
Not officially.
Yes, we are
Not officially.
Yes, as we have lost a contender, we are
Y'all can come for it. Whatever.
we are re-looking at it.
It's just him.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it. I will admit, I'm pussy.
he is also missing an entire pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
So, yeah, I don't have a right pec, so I'm not taking chops.
Yeah, no. So we are re-looking that internally, whether we retire it to make a new thing or what have you. Put down in the comments some of your ideas.
Mm-hmm. And if not, it's just going to be decoration.
Yes.
We'll just nail it to the wall.
Yes.
But, so, getting into Saturday night's main event, we don't predict it, but it was very predictable. We only got 2 things wrong.
I got
2 things wrong.
Yeah, I got one thing wrong.
So we kick off the show with Rhea Ripley, your champion, versus Nia Jax for the Women's World Championship. And before we even got through the intros, Nia Jax headbutts Rhea to kick off the match. So she starts putting in work on Rhea, getting the upper hand. And this is a story of Rhea pretty much fighting from below.
Yes. Which she has done this storyline before, and also a lot of Rhea's moves showed how useful her live streamed workouts are.
Yeah, she did 4 big power moves. She had a Code Red, a power bomb, an electric chair, and then followed that up with a Riptide.
For the 1, 2, 3.
It was a good match. We saw an Annihilator to Rhea's back.
Yes, which I thought I witnessed a murder because I'm like, when does Nia sit on people on their stomach?
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Rhea sold the back very well after that. But yeah, pretty solid match.
Yeah.
I think we all knew the result coming into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, finally, Rhea's first pay-per-view defense is out the way.
Yep.
And we move on.
Yep, we move on to your IC match with your champion Braun Breaker versus looking for that Grand Slam Sheamus.
Oh, it hurt my heart. These two men put on a great match.
It was a banger.
During Braun Breaker's entrance, you get iconic commentary from Jesse the Body Ventura saying, Braun Breaker is a Steiner, so that means 2 + 2 is 5 to him. So,
Yep. But that math don't matter when he can hit any spear at like 20 plus miles an hour.
yeah, these two, good old-fashioned brawl, went at it. Sheamus, unfortunately, losing. He did hit a bro kick out of nowhere,
Yes.
which was pretty cool, but Braun gets the foot up on the ropes.
Yep, a little too close there, Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, the chemistry these two have had in the ring is like dad gum.
Mm-hmm. I thought that maybe, like, you were talking about this in a match that we'll cover later. For me, this was very much a 50-50 thing in my head of, like, they actually could put it on him here.
Yeah, no.
But I think they're waiting
Like-
for Mania so he can have his
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, like I totally understood people maybe putting it on Sheamus here because we'll discuss when we hit our main event that they need to make Saturday Night Main Event feel like something, but we'll get to that when we get to that umbrella conversation during the main event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if they are going to give Sheamus the Grand Slam, it's going to be a Mania moment.
Yeah, it would be worth it too. He would be the first Ultimate Grand Slam,
Yep,
which means
having-
he's won everything that he can
Yep,
win in WWE.
Every accolade, King of the Ring, Rumble, Money in the Bank,
Yeah.
and the titles.
And the titles, yeah, it'd be cool. But we move on to our
Contract signing.
contract signing, which was interesting that they didn't have a 5-match card.
Yeah.
It was a 4-match card with this pretty much taking up a whole match segment.
Yes, it's also only a 2-hour show.
Yeah, so we have Shawn Michaels come out, hometown hero, the Heartbreak Kid.
I can't hit those notes.
Oh, I need someone to clip that for me. I need someone to clip that for me.
That's your job as the editor right now.
Oh yeah, okay. Mental note.
You make it short. Editor's
But-
note.
Yeah, so Shawn Michaels comes out. He introduces the challenger first, and that is Kevin Owens coming out with the Terry Funk inspired shirt of Cody Sucks Eggs.
Make the merch, WWE.
Oh, it is so brilliant. Kevin has this gimmick of just wearing his opponent's t-shirts to get into their head. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Last night on SmackDown, he wore a Feel the Glow shirt from Naomi, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we get Cody Rhodes coming out.
And those two just stare each other down for like a solid minute.
Yeah, and Shawn's like, all right, I came out here for one thing. I need this contract signed. That's it. Kevin starts ranting, and then Cody says, enough!
Yep.
And then they pretty much argue back and forth. And then Kevin says something, and Shawn just goes, you just sound jealous.
Yeah. Which is a fair assessment.
Oh no, it's a fair assessment. He is pretty much jealous of everything that Cody has, which leads to another stare off.
Yep.
And then Kevin finally signs it after saying, "I'm going to take everything that you have."
Yep.
And then the titles get put up,
Yep.
and then the brawl ensues. Of
Yep.
course.
Sean goes to shake Kevin's hand. He, being the heel, ignores him. Sean shakes Cody's hand, but Kevin comes from behind.
Mm-hmm.
A little brawl ensues. Kevin tries to package pile driver Shawn Michaels.
Which leads to a super kick from Cody
Cody.
Rhodes. And then tune up the band, sweet chin music.
Let
from
me
the
show you
Heartbreak
how a
Kid.
kick is really done.
That's how a super kick is done, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, tuned up the band. It was beautiful to see that man hit another sweet chin music.
Yep. That got probably the loudest pop of the night.
Oh yeah. But yeah, moving on from that, we head to our
Third match?
third match of the night,
Yep.
which was
Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu.
which was the second thing we both got wrong.
Yep,
Or the
'cause-
second thing I got wrong.
Yep. First thing I got wrong, because by technicality, DQ. Yep. Braun Strowman is your winner because Jacob Fatu tossed the ref like a rag doll out of the ring.
So you're telling me Jacob Fatu is disqualified?
Dun dun.
That was bad. That was sorry. But yeah, it was a good ass match. These
Yeah.
two men or these two monsters just going
Yep.
at it.
Yep. And eventually, Braun Strowman ran out of gas and got in the corner. And Jacob Fatu delivered not one, not two, not three, but half a dozen hip bumps onto the corner to Braun Strowman's head.
Yeah.
And that's when the ref is stopping him to try to get a medical check on Braun Strowman.
And then we see him just oozing blood.
Yup. Jacob tosses him out of the ring, causing the DQ, and he's like, "Oh, the match is over? Then I don't give a frick anymore."
Yeah, and he just starts whipping.
Yup.
Strowman.
One more hip thrust. He's prepping for an eighth. Security comes out, and he initially grabbed a chair and just tossed it at one of the security guards.
I thought he was going to toss that thing out the ring when he first tossed it into the ring. Because
Yes.
it almost went out the other side.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he tossed out one of the security guards, brawls the security guards. Tama Tonga comes out to calm him down.
Before Tama comes out, we
Yes.
hit one moonsault.
Yep. Then Tama comes out to calm him down, and Tama sees he still has some adrenaline left and is like, "I ain't gonna stop this one." One more moonsault, and then Tama's finally like, "That's enough. We
They
might."
start leaving the ring,
Yep,
going
we
up the
might
ramp,
get-
and then Jacob says, "You know what? Fuck out of here!" Walks back in that ring, hits another moonsault on
Yep.
that dead motherfucker in the middle. And yeah,
Yep.
that's the end of the match because his music starts playing.
Yep, and Nick.
This is how you build a goddamn monster.
Yep, and then during the commercial break, we discussed it like he's getting the ring clearing spot at Rumble.
Yeah, mainly because I think, and this is my personal feeling is about the Rumble, it was going to be Oba, but now he's champion, and I hate champions going into the Rumble. Any sort of champion, tag team, United States, IC, I hate it. Mainly because you have a title that you're worrying about already. Why the fuck are you adding yourself into this match?
Yep.
Um,
Luckily this year, a decent handful of those champs are busy during Rumble.
Yeah, except for Shinsuke. Why isn't he defending his title? Why?
Because all the people gunning for his title have other beefs to settle.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's just my own personal feelings about the Rumble. But yeah, Jacob Fatu is getting that ring clearing spot mainly because I thought it was going to Oba, but since he's NXT champion, he's probably not going to be in there
Yep. But
because that's a title you can challenge for.
technically, yeah.
That'd be funny as hell if he went and he's like, "I'm challenging for the NXT title." And then we get an Oba v Oba match.
Yes, but daggum, Jacob hit 7 hip bumps and 3 moonsaults. That man is going places.
Yeah, that's how you, like I said, that's how you
Yeah.
book a monster. He said in a promo 2 weeks ago, he's just getting started.
Yep, because another thing I commented is that he no longer has an authority figure. He no longer has someone giving him orders.
Yeah, so they're moving away internally from calling them the Bloodline on screen, which is Solo's faction, because Roman is a tribal chief
Reclaim
again.
the Ulafala.
So I think Solo's just gonna disappear for a bit.
Yeah, we don't know what plans are for him.
But Jacob Fatu gets the new nickname of the Tribal Wolf,
Yup,
which is dope.
yes. His new merch that is also out looks so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love the base red with the black wolf outline. It looks so good.
Oh yeah. And then we get to our main event of the evening, what everyone here is waiting for. The most predictable match of the night, in my opinion. Gunther, your World Heavyweight Champion, versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther wins. I'm not gonna lead you on throughout the match.
No.
Coming into this, I had no faith that they were gonna put the title on Jey.
But the internet was doing its job of clamoring.
Yeah, you said the internet got you to a 50-50 sway.
Yeah.
And I just walked in saying, it's not happening.
Yeah.
They keep booking him to lose title matches. And I unfortunately feel the same way with Sami Zayn. The only way I see these two men winning a world title is Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I will comment, though, this was a banger of a match.
Oh, it was a banger. It was very close.
Yes.
Very close. I think they had you. There was a moment where Jay could have won, but goes to Gunther, who hits, 3 power bombs?
3 total power bombs during the match.
2
but
in a row.
2 to finish it off.
Yeah, and it was just good.
Yeah. You also saw from the post-match, camera panning, Gunther looked like I could have lost this.
I would not be mad if Jay wins the Elimination Chamber and goes on to face Gunther and beat him. It's just, whenever they put him in a match for me, it's just, if it's with someone else and it's just a regular singles match, he's winning. But if it's against a champion, he's only won one singles match, one singles title, and he defended it once? Twice. One successful defense. It's just unfortunate. The sky's the limit for him. I am rooting for him to be a proper singles champion.
Yes.
And just like with Jimmy, I think if they booked Jimmy correct, they could get the wave that they were going for with Jay.
Yeah. And this is the start of the conversation I brought up earlier during the Braun Breaker segment. Saturday night main event does not feel important.
It doesn't. It
No.
is a filler card, and we've seen plenty of those throughout the years. There's plenty of filler cards.
Yes.
It just doesn't make me excited when this comes up. It just is another episode of TV.
That's the thing of why people were clamoring for Jey Uso to win, was to make the show feel important. This is your spot. Get one of your top 3 most popular guys their moment of fame, whether it be short or not.
Mm-hmm.
But it also gets this new show its relevancy.
Yeah, because the only title change we've seen, and I am reluctant to even call it a title change because it was an inauguration, was the Women's U.S. title. That was a very cool moment, but that was also very predictable because everyone was clamoring for Chelsea.
Yep.
As soon as Chelsea got to the finals, we all knew they're going to send the crowd home happy with Chelsea winning.
Yep.
But when it comes to tonight, I also thought it was the perfect time, same sentiment, for Sheamus.
Yep.
Because why not give someone that's been working for 20 years and has been there with you since, I believe, 2009 was his
Yeah.
debut. Like, why not give that to him? But I can see it's for Mania. But yeah, next time this comes around, I think they said May.
Yes.
It
It
doesn't make me excited. We're gonna
No.
cover it because that's
Yeah.
what we do. But
yeah,
if I
but
was a casual fan,
I would ignore this show.
I would ignore the show. And if I was a
Yeah.
hardcore fan, I would ignore the show.
Yeah,
But since it's content,
it's content.
yeah. But it's just very unfortunate. They hyped this thing up so much when they announced it was coming back.
Yep, and now it like everyone on the internet is saying like this has fallen flat.
It's a glorified live show.
Yeah,
It's a glorified house show with cameras. That
Yep.
is what it is.
with none of the charisma of live shows because they can do stupid stuff because there's no cameras.
Yeah. You lose moments like Kevin Owens in a rest hold with Roman Reigns yelling at a fan in the front row saying, "I've made more than you make all year."
Yep, you lose moments like CM Punk coming to stop a brawl in nothing but a towel and shower cap.
Yeah, like you just miss those moments because there's
There's
no
cameras.
cameras.
Yeah,
But yeah, so if we rate this how we normally rate shows, this is, I would say, a pretty abysmal one.
yeah,
Just in terms of impact.
like
The matches were great,
yes.
but the impact on overall stories just was not there for me.
Yes. Like, if I were to rate the individual ones, I give the returning premiere a C. This one, D minus. If I were could combine the two to just give you an overall on if you see a PLE with this name attached, how what's your expectation should be? Overall D.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I was really looking forward to these events.
Same here.
But yeah, it just disappointing. But moving on, looking forward, sometime this week, I'm hoping by Wednesday, we'll get out our predictions
Yep.
for Royal Rumble. We're doing a special system, so if
Yes.
you want to explain
Yes.
the system.
So, every non-Rumble match will be predicted like usual. You predict which side is winning. If you guessed right, you earn a point.
Mhm.
However, for the Rumble matches, as we would need basically clairvoyance to predict the one winner perfectly, instead, the system for predicting the Rumble matches goes like this. We will pick 3 superstars for each Rumble match. So 3 men, 3 women. Your point totaling starts when they enter. When they are eliminated, the number of entrants that have entered, you take those numbers, subtract them together, you get that many points. If your person ends up winning the whole thing, one of the 3 you predicted, you get 10 bonus points. So, for example, to ease the number calculation so you understand the system, let's say one of the people you predicted entered as number 1.
Let's just say John Cena.
Yep. And John Cena ends up Iron Manning and winning the whole thing. You get 40 points alone for predicting John Cena.
Yep. And then at the end, we just calculate all the points. Whoever has the most points wins. And I think this title is going to be on this side of the table by this time next week.
We shall see. Because another thing I have seen comments about this season is that a lot of the Rumble storylines going in feel attached to looking at Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the internet clamoring for new face of the company, Cody Rhodes, versus old face of the company, John Cena. All the bloodline finagle stuff with Seth, Roman, even Drew a little bit. Now that Damian's on SmackDown and they had their little, 5-second conversation, it's like a lot of Rumble goes into Cody, which is funny because we look at last year, the Rumble had storylines building up for both world titles. Gunther doesn't have a story for any of the entrants in this Rumble.
Yeah, which leads me to believe that it might go to, and these are my 2 predictions for who is facing Gunther at Mania. Ilya Dragunov or Jey Uso. One of those two men is winning the Elimination Chamber and going on to face Gunther.
So you're also predicting that Rumble winner's challenging Cody,
Yes.
which makes
It's
sense.
very obvious.
Yeah.
I will spoil one of my picks. It's John Cena.
Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, Rumble is looking to be a very good card.
Yep.
Got the 2 Rumble matches. We have the tag title match.
Yep, we have the ladder match, and we are yet to see if this is a 5-match card like usual, but with the Rumble matches usually being longer ones, we'd be fine with both, with this card only having 4, seeing as 2 of the matches do have an average of a 1-hour run time.
Yeah, so special start time. If you are on the East Coast, it starts at 3. If you're Central, like us, starts at 5. And if you're Pacific, it starts at 6.
Yes.
So special start time. They might not do a 5th match because of that, or they might do a 5th match because of that to give them more time. Also, iShowSpeed is going to be streaming the Rumble match.
Yep.
But yeah, that's about it from us here at Disqualified.
A couple other contingency news stuff because of the NXT TNA crossovers. Fraxium retains. Ashante the Adonis made a little cameo, and a handful of cool TNA returns. Check out either highlights or find a way to watch playbacks of the show, because there are a lot of big names that came back, like one of them being Mustafa Ali.
Oh yeah, one more thing. It was SmackDown related. Last night, before the 6-woman tag match got started, Nick Aldis was walking his way down to the ring to announce it, and commercial break. But that's just the last thing. This has been Caleb, Trevin, Zach behind the camera as always. Remember, link down below for Gordon's channel, Vulgar Nonsense. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for your time. Peace.
Bye.